Okay, so we got the lawnmower moving, now we just need some grass for it to cut. This is eventually what I got it to look like, and I'll show you kind of the steps involved in getting there. So first thing I did in Blender was create a plane, add some loop cuts to get some extra geometry, and then shape this into what I think looks like a grass blade. Now nothing too crazy here, just some moving and scaling. Then I just do some proportional editing, move some of the points around to get a natural looking bend to a blade of grass. Once you have one blade of grass that you're happy with, it's really just an exercise of copy, pasting, rotating, and then making some adjustments here and there to fill it out so that it looks more like a natural piece of, like a patch of grass. And this is going to be different depending on the style you're going for, but this to me looked good. You're really just trying to make sure that this looks somewhat decent from all angles. And then once you're happy with that, the next step here was really just to copy and paste that and scale it so that it looked the right size compared to the lawnmower. I also just added a green grass material. Nothing interesting there, just basic material, made it green. And then I copy and pasted my patch of grass several times and rotated again to get a larger chunk of grass that is more suitable to the size that I wanted as one unit, I guess, of grass that can be cut at a time. Then you just export that as an FBX the same way we did before. Next, I imported the new patch of grass into Unreal Engine, and then I started to delete all the extra objects that are in the scene to get them out of the way since they won't be needed. And then I also fiddled around with the material of the grass in Unreal just to make sure that it looked good. Now to get a lot of grass, you just switch over into foliage mode, and then you'll see an area where you can just drag and drop your foliage. What you can actually do is just drag that static mesh in that we have for the patch of grass, and it will automatically generate foliage for you. Just simply rename it to whatever you like. And then with that selected, you can go ahead and paint your entire scene to add in all this foliage now. And then I'm just playing with the density values here to get it to the consistency that I'm looking for. So if you are just looking to add some grass or foliage to a scene, that is pretty much all there is to it. Static mesh foliage is pretty performant, and you can have tens of thousands of instances like we do here with little impact to the game at all. However, I want to be able to cut the grass, so what I did was I made an actor and called that BP_grass, and then I dragged in the tall grass mesh that we had from before. Then I also made a cut version of the grass in Blender, and then I dragged that in as well, imported it the same way. And the idea being here that I will swap between the long and cut grass when the lawnmower collides with it, and just by swapping their visibility. I then created an actor foliage by right-clicking in the menu, going to foliage and selecting actor foliage, and then I named that AF_grass, and then I selected the BP_grass as the actor. Then you go back to foliage mode and right-click the static mesh foliage that we had from before and select replace with, and select the new AF_grass. I would recommend first reducing how much grass you have in the scene significantly, because this actor foliage is much less efficient, and that will likely crash Unreal Engine. However, I just wanted to test this idea out and the functionality, so this was good enough for proof of concept. I will likely continue on this project and will show you a much better way to do this so that the grass isn't the reason your FPS is in the gutter. And to wrap things up, I just added a particle effect when the lawnmower hits uncut grass, and then I rotated the grass to match the direction of the lawnmower so that you get the same effect of the light hitting off the grass in real life, giving that lawn stripe effect. So hopefully more to come on this. If you liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.